Okay, so we are continuing in our series about getting organized, and I'm just going to open up my account in a reckoning book. Let's see. Got all my notes here, my diary. Don't want people to read too many private things, but okay, so the first thing is that this is the grocery assessment. And what I'm doing is I'm just going to write down my groceries, and I'm going to go through my pantry. Let me see if I can give people a little bit more light here. Oops. There we go. A little bit more light. As you can see, hopefully you can see, I don't know. Sorry about that. The lighting's not that great. I'm going to have to go through all of this, pull everything out, and start documenting what I have, because I'm planning my meals based on this pantry. So as you can see, there's quite a bit going on here. You know, you're going to have a similar experience. Here we have, look at this, some pasta that needs to get eaten. So that's just an example. Yeah, so you're going to want to go through your pantry. You're going to want to write down what you have in your account and reckoning book. And from that, you'll go ahead and you'll make some recipes that you can find on Google or any recipe books that you have if you've got some great ideas. We're going to move on to the refrigerator. As you can see, you're going to want to go through your freezer and just figure out what you have, clean it all out, put it in your account and reckoning book. And this is, you can just see, Americans, we pack so much food. We pack so much food, and a lot of the time we waste food simply because we're not organized. So that is the first thing I recommend people do. Okay, so that's it. That's the first thing that we do when we do an account and a reckoning. I'm going to go ahead and let's talk ourselves down off the ledge. Okay, so I've gone ahead and I've turned the camera around. This is the kitchen. As you can see, it's still decorated for the holiday. We'll probably take everything down after January 1st. But that is where I'm starting with. I'm going to take everything down from the shelves. It gives me an opportunity also to clean up that pantry or those cupboards, so that you get everything nice and organized. At that point, I will look at what I have. I've got beans, I've got rice, I've got that. I've got plenty of pasta, etc. I'll also go into the freezer and into the refrigerator to figure out what needs to get used. And from that, I will begin to choreograph my meals. Hopefully I'll be able to film some of those meals. I'm going to be eating a lot more vegetarian in the month of January. Being mostly plant-based or mostly vegan, I'm not a vegan, but if you do decide to go vegan for the month of January, you'd probably be if you do it from scratch, beans and rice, then you'd be saving a lot of money. I'm not going to do that, but I am going to dramatically reduce meat consumption and have the bulk of my calories coming from rice, beans, and fresh fruits and vegetables, nuts and seeds, which quite frankly is the healthiest diet you can imagine. Okay, so that about wraps it up here. This was the second video on getting organized for No Spend January. Start in the kitchen and continue to follow me as I do this extremely unpleasant No Spend January. We can have fun with this, right? So I was going to tell you from the previous video what my weakness is. My weakness is that on my days off, Wednesdays are usually my days off, and I try to film a couple Broke Aristocrats on my day off. But there's a really great cafe here in the Hollywood area that I go to, and I get a lot of work done there, to be quite honest with you. I sometimes get antsy working from home, and I need to walk, I need to move. I just get a lot of work done at this coffee shop. So I buy the coffee, and let me tell you, the coffee there is great, but it's extremely expensive, $4 a cup. And I get hungry after a few hours, and then I end up ordering some avocado toast. That runs me about $8. So I walk out of there spending $15, but I get a lot of work done. So that is my weakness for no spend January. That is also why I allotted myself $30 for no spend, was to go and buy that $4 coffee, because I'll sit in that place and work for 5 hours and get so much work done. So that is why I decided to include it in my no spend January, because it's basically like my office on Wednesdays. I don't know what it is. I just feel like I get stir crazy trying to work from my bedroom, and I have to get out of here. And for whatever reason, I get a ton of work done at this cafe. So that was what that was about. But then I weaken and I think, well, I might get a coffee. I'm a little bit hungry. I've been sitting here for 5 hours. I'm going to go ahead and buy myself something to eat. That is the vulnerability. So what I'm going to do is make sure that I eat a lot of food and maybe pack some food with me, so that I just stay within my budget. I will let myself have that cup of coffee, because it's rude to sit there and not buy anything. But I am going to do it. I'm going to do my best. All right, thanks for watching, everybody, and let me know what you're doing to prepare for your no spend January. Be sure and share, like, subscribe, and tell me what you're doing to take care of yourself on a budget. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye-bye.